American farmers, are y'all ready for that bailout? Because after months of bankrupting all your farms, kidnapping all of your workers, slapping tariffs on every single country on God's green earth, and sending $20 to $40 billion to bail out another country's farmland, it is finally your turn.
Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP.
So lovely. So I came across this teaching summary for you, and I thought to share where internet is reacting to the fact that farmers was actually paid out by the man who put them in debt, and they will go as far as to go worship and thank the man who actually paid them out from what he has put them through. Lovelies. I'm just going to roll a clip and some other stitches I was able to put together, where these farmers are reacting, worshiping and praises and trying to make it look like, oh my God, this man has come to the rescue once again. Leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. All right, lovelies, let's dive
story
into
at night, putting him to bed, and he said, "Daddy, I don't want Santa Claus to come to our house for Christmas. I want President Trump." and I think, Mr. Trump, I think you brought Christmas to farmers. With this bridge payment, we'll be able to farm another year. Help us get by. It's such an honor to be here with you.
Man, fuck them farmers. I have to say it again. These people never learn. He has literally stripped you of everything through his own tariffs, and now he's bailing out the biggest welfare queens on this planet. Farmers. They can't make it on their own. They have to be bailed out every few years, and they vote for the man who gives them this crushing punishment and then bails them out. It's such a cyclical cycle of bullshit, and they're so dumb. Yeah, I want Trump to come to my house as Santa. You've made Christmas such a great time. He kicked you in the nuts, you dumbass. They're so busy bootlicking and kissing this man's ass. They are so far up his ass. They don't even understand he is the man who was beating the shit out of them. These farmers cannot pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They cannot survive on their own. They continue to need government interference, and thank the man who drilled them in the nads every time. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to call it. You got bailed out, you welfare queen.
The funniest thing for me about MAGA is how they will believe Donald Trump no matter how much he continuously lies to the nation. The $12 billion bailout that he's giving farmers is coming from the tariff revenue, tariff dividends. Doesn't that sound familiar?
I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage of us. A small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance, and we love our farmers. And
so now I guess we like socialism as long as there are farmers who are white?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
So in addition to finding $12 billion that he's going to give farmers, that's non-existent, he's paying them from the tariff dividends, which is the exact reason that the farms are failing, because no one's buying the products because of the tariffs. Lo and behold, that $2,000 check that you guys thought you were getting from tariffs, remember that?
next year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever, and we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. We're going to be making a dividend to the people, and additionally, we're going to be able to reduce debt.
Or what about the $10,000 check that he's giving the FAA employees that they all haven't gotten after they did the whole charade?
I'm a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace. I always get the money from someplace regardless. It doesn't matter. I do a lot of bonuses for people because it's
that he said he didn't know where he was finding the money from. Or what about the $5,000 Doge check?
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible.
Donald Trump gave everyone a stimulus check during COVID, and that wasn't even Donald Trump, that was Congress, and you guys think now he's just going to keep giving you checks. According to Trump now, we are all promised almost $20,000. That's never happening. And you guys continuously believe this man. At this point, it's on you. Like, I don't even feel bad, because you guys are willingly believing a grifter, a liar, and a scammer. What do they say about people from Queens, from New York? Queens get the money. dollar bills, y'all. Because he's a scammer. Happy Wednesday.
$36 an acre. If you do the math, you're going to come up with $36 an acre is what this administration and this administration's government wants to give farmers after their legislation has ruined the small business known as family farms. There are generational farms that are losing everything right now under this administration. I don't care how you slice shit cake, it's shit cake. What we have to realize is, why does the government want these farmers to lose? Well, we got to have somewhere to put all these data centers, because these data centers are coming in whether we like it or not. I live in Indiana, and the people of northern Indiana are fighting tooth and nail to prevent this huge data center to come in, and it's Amazon. And they're losing. And do you know how many hundreds of acres of farmland it's taking? It's taking 4 huge, like 5 generational farms. I think we see the writing on the wall, don't we, kids? Yeah, it's not America first. $36.
So farmers recently received a $12 billion handout from Donald Trump himself. Well, on this edition of FAFO, apparently that $12 billion is not even enough to cover their losses.
U.S. farmers facing steep losses this year say President Donald Trump's $12 billion aid package will fall far short of what's needed to offset the income they've lost to collapsing crop prices and Trump's trade war. While farmers welcome the aid package, they, as well as agricultural groups and economists, agreed it will not rescue the struggling farm economy. One agricultural economist said farm losses this year ranged from $35 billion to $44 billion.
As you just saw in that clip, they've lost an estimated of $35 to $44 billion. And that $12 billion bailout barely covers 27% to about 35% of their losses. On top of the tariffs, some of these farmers actually hire immigrant labor, and we all know what's going on with immigration when it comes to this administration, which makes this a double FAFO. But let's see what else this news clip has to say.
Agricultural lenders expect less than half of farm borrowers to be profitable in 2026. Those borrowers said liquidity, income, and inflation are their top concerns. According to a November survey of agricultural lenders by the American Bankers Association and Farmer Mac, Trump's tax and spending law, called the One Big Beautiful Bill, could push some farm payments higher next year. While this is welcome and significant, another agricultural economist tells Reuters it is not enough to help farmers get ahead of mounting debt and higher expenses.
Sounds like these farmers need to learn how to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Maybe cut out their Netflix subscriptions, Starbucks, and avocado toast, and they might have to take on 2 or 3 more jobs. And in that clip, it says that they're likely to get help next year from the Big Beautiful Bill, and it remains to be seen how long they can actually hold out for, depending on when those funds are released when the bill hits. Anyways, all I'll have to say to you is thoughts on farm bankruptcies, and say
input costs being so high based on the last administration and not one new trade deal in 4 years. Those are really the 2 basically driving factors in why the farm economy is today.
Did you hear what she just said? Farmers are hurting because Joe Biden didn't negotiate any new trade deals. Let me say that another way. Is that not just another way of saying farmers are hurting because of the trade deal that Donald Trump made at the end of his first administration? Because if Joe Biden didn't negotiate any new trade deals, then we were still working under Donald Trump's trade deals. Now look, we've been through all this before. In the first Trump administration, he did exactly what he's doing right now. And by the end of his administration, he had to put back everything like it was to start with. So Joe Biden didn't need to bail out the farmers. They got some COVID relief, they had some money they could borrow in the Inflation Reduction Act, but there was no big bailouts for farmers under the Biden administration. No, they're getting bailed out right now for the exact same reason they got bailed out under the first Trump administration. Because he has to do something, just so his voters think he's doing something, even if he's destroying everything. If he would have just left everything alone, it would have been fine. But then you wouldn't think he was doing something, which is more important to him than what he actually does. Thanks.
You're not getting the $2,000 check. For sure. You weren't already getting it. You are for sure not getting it now. My favorite part is that the very revenue that is being used to actually bail out the farmers is the very reason why they need a bailout. Just a reminder to the people who are saying that the deportations are going to fix everything. Yeah, undocumented immigrants contribute around $60 billion a year in federal taxes, either through I-10s or through payroll taxes. But and the worst part is that the farmers who literally shot themselves in the face when they voted for Donald Trump are going to go to him and they're going to thank him for sewing it back together. But if these tariffs keep going, he's just going to shoot them in the leg. You know how the red pills keep saying that they support SNAP funding if every single person on it goes through a mandatory drug test like every 90 days? I support this bailout if every farmer goes through basic media literacy training. And just so we're clear, I'm not shitting on farmers. I'm just laughing because you could have avoided this.
Well, if it isn't America's biggest freeloaders getting yet another taxpayer-funded bailout. America's soy boys, the farmers. Whatever happened to pulling yourselves up by your Roundup-covered bootstraps, boys? Whose failure is it this time? Because you're starting to look like America's biggest welfare queens. And how many times are we, the taxpayers, going to have to keep bailing you out every time you fail, which is starting to become like a pretty common thing here. One of the most subsidized industries isn't just agriculture, it's corn and soybeans, yes. And yet this is the second time in around 6 years that we have had to bail you out. Funny, I've never been bailed out. You know, coincidentally, the last time you all got bailed out, we were in Trump's first term, where he also started a trade war. And I know some people are going to be really upset with me for saying these things because farmers are the backbone of America, blah, blah, blah. In another decade, I might have agreed with you, but I'm done pretending here. These farmers voted to ruin this country, despite being the biggest welfare queens in this country. And they're not even like growing the food that feeds us, mind you. If their crops were feeding Americans, they wouldn't have such a hard time selling them, and we wouldn't be paying so much for our groceries right now. No, these are crops that are supposed to be animal feed for halfway across the world, which would have been fine, sure, but they keep voting for the guy that starts the trade wars. This is exactly what they wanted. And I'm sorry, but I'm sick of it. I don't know why my taxpayer dollars, because they are my taxpayer dollars. I live in a blue state, in a blue city that funds red states and pays for handouts that all you farmers get. I don't know why my taxpayer dollars have to keep funding you failures, because that's what you are. I want my taxes to go towards things like healthcare. You want my taxes to go towards things like this. Exactly this, actually. And now, because you got exactly what you want, but I didn't get what I want, people are going to lose their lives. And you aren't going to lose your farm. Which, quite frankly, you should.
So I'm going to soften my approach for the Republicans out there because you guys are lost. I'm an independent and I need to know why you're okay with the President of the United States giving $40 billion to Argentina, one of his friends, and access to our beef market and access to the soybean market, while you guys get a $12 billion bailout. A bailout that you don't want. A bailout that you wouldn't have needed if it wasn't for his policies that ran your business away. The soybean market went to Brazil. The beef market went to Australia. And he's trying to sell beef from Argentina into America, undercutting our prices for our farmers. Now, farmers, I don't agree with you all the time. Very seldomly I do, but I know that you're Americans. And I know you deserve better. And I know you know that you deserve better. And I'm tired of hearing about common sense. I'm tired of hearing about these promises that will never, ever, ever come to fruition. I need you guys to see what you guys have voted in, what administration you guys think is going to work for the American people. And it's not working for you or your families. Because after this bailout, what does that do? How is that going to help? He's giving you free money out of the tax money that all of us have already paid, the tariffs. And you still believe in him, hook, line, and sinker.
Why are our biggest welfare queens in America wearing overalls and driving tractors? So Trump wants to hand out another $12 billion to American farmers. They call it farm aid, but it's welfare. And you got to remember, these farmers are grown men with land, equipment, generational wealth, and government checks thicker than a Waffle House menu at 3 a.m. And every election cycle, farmers do the exact same thing. They puff their chests out and they holler about socialism being evil. But the moment their crops get a little sad and start leaning left, they the first people running to government begging for money every time. Trump's trade war is really what messed up the livelihood of the farmers in America. Trump created this problem. And now he wants to fake like he's fixing it with your tax dollars. And it's not going to lower the price of your groceries. So you're still going to pay a lot for groceries. And on top of that, you bailed out the very people that voted for this shit to begin with. I need you to not forget, farmers get billions of our dollars every damn year. But the rest of us, we out here fighting to get insurance, food, housing. No, I am tired of propping up farmers and their businesses. So I'm going to ask y'all something. If farmers can get bailed out every time the wind blows in the wrong direction, why is everybody else being shamed for struggling in an economy that's designed to chew you up? I need somebody to answer that.
Like, seriously, love this. This is actually a situation whereby get them to suffer. Get them to suffer and still get them out from the suffering. Like, he is giving it 12,000 or is even 12 million bailout to farmers that he was the reason why they had the predicament. Like, you are the reason for a problem, and now you are solving the problem that you create, even though you didn't solve it the way at which it was required. Because I believe that this money is not even going to get towards the bare minimum farmers. This is just going to go into some big agro organization. And now these guys are all around him. Like, these people will never learn. These people will never ever learn. Look at the first speech I put up here. And my son actually said that he was not going to, he doesn't want to see Santa Claus. He wants to see arrangement. Like, now he is now the savior. This was the same man who gave money over 60,000 to Argentina and co. Or which other country did he even? This is the same person who were all around trying to save every other person but his own people. Yeah? And all of a sudden, these farmers are looking for ways to blame the former administration. Like, why won't these people learn? You see the reason why black people are standing on business, because these are the kind of people that you cannot even have a conversation with, because they will still keep on doing what they feel is right, even in their own detriment. Now all of a sudden, all of the farmers are bowing, are praising their creator, their savior, even though the same savior got you into your predicament because of his tariffs. Even though because of the same savior, so many people are boycotting to buy from you. Other countries like China is now buying from Canada. Talk about soya beans. Like, this is a man that that actually took business away from you. And he handed this business in the platter of gold to other countries to benefit. And now all of a sudden, oh my God, you are our savior. Oh, we should blame the former administration, even though this was the same thing this present administration did 6 years back or even 5 years back. And now is repeating the same thing. And when maybe another kind of administration comes, the same effects that he contributed, when it decides to affect the future administration, they will still blame it on the administration, the future administration, but him. These guys are so like, oh my goodness. Now I see what Black Americans have been saying. Why wouldn't they be so tired and pissed and just minding their own business and just focusing more on themselves? Because this is too much to bear. This is too much to bear. They're already clamoring around him. They're already... The thing is that it's not even like... It's just something that is still on the process. It's not priced. It's not been given yet. Even though it's given, the small farmers, the upcoming farmers will not even... I don't think they're going to benefit on it. This may probably be given to most of these big agro organizations, and the small upcoming farmers will just keep on suffering. This is just the fact that these guys, they will never learn. When I say that, don't be surprised that once this man comes out again for the third or fourth term, the same farmers who has been complaining and crying and all of those things will still vote 100,000 times for him. And after they do that, they go back and start complaining and start yelling and start crying. Oh, save us. Oh, save us. But you have the opportunity to save yourself. But you have the opportunity to call a spade, but you don't want to do that. Like, seriously, lovelies. Like, look at the way the other man was like, oh my God, my son said. Like, seriously? This was the person that put you guys in the predicament that you are, which he's claiming to put you guys out from. Imagine creating a problem and solving the problem, or not even solving. Creating a problem and trying to manage the problem that you create. And now all of a sudden you are the savior of the world. Oh God, these people will not learn. And I love the fact that Black people are just minding their business. Because there is no point crying over a student. There's no point crying or trying to correct someone that is so blindfolded with race, supremacy, and discrimination. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
In the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovelies, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.